1, 2, 1, 2. Hello everyone, this is Sado and I'm about to show you a game, a quarter-final game of this tournament, and I again need to change the description, I guess. Never remember to do this earlier. Evening Thunder. So, as usual, we start with a fight map. Looks like the crappy tier of units is what we have. Oh, sorry, I missed this. The fight started. Voy is getting wrecked, but now Orda is backstabbing Gross. And Ritter is quite far away. Yep, this is gonna be a weird one. Is that me? No, that's them. Interesting. I think they're playing on a Russian server, so if anyone should have any problems, that should be me. Anyway, this actually looks quite good for the Orki team. Yo, Thor! That was a nice comeback. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, but there's quite a nice chance for Orki to win. Ritter is attacking in a horrible snake, which might be good or bad, I guess. Yeah, this is beautiful. This might actually work. It's a real shame Oda doesn't have any melee left, and that's probably going to be a problem. I think Ritter should stop going back maybe and catch this, and this should definitely be in fight. Come on, come on. I mean, if you're not using this, you don't have a chance. Come on, man. I mean, he does have a chance, but yeah, it's quite a good result so far for Orki. This might be actually a key thing here, because whoever wins... Yeah, this should storm right now. This is a safe spot for storming. But he decides not to do that. He'll probably just catch that. I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, this is a pretty weird position. He has to try and protect these little troops from here. And they have the same situation. I guess yeah, that's what I would do. Go to the bottom, hide behind the lake, and try to attack this from two sides. But divide the troop. Yeah, exactly. He's reading my mind. Yo, Teddy. If this guy can be killed, but probably can't. Maybe with help of this. Yeah, this was actually pretty good from Voy. Shame he didn't catch this, but it's just one troop, I guess. Well, they don't have a lot of troops left, but they reunited at least. I think they should walk to the top. Maybe not yet. Okay, so this is also interesting. Any leftovers left? No, just Gross's troop. Okay, let's zoom in maximally, because yeah, there's no other troops on the map. Yeah, Ritter and Gross simply have way better opportunity. Storm attack? Ah, almost. and Voy and all that just keep going back, and this is not going to be good. But something really interesting happens here. If these don't die, yeah, this is really good. If I mean, it's really shaky, but there is some chance. He should go back now, I think. Okay, that doesn't look too good. Yeah, I don't see he can how he can, unless he saves this. He could try to save this, but it's a bit tricky. They still have too many troops. No, don't go for this. Come on. Or maybe? Yeah, this is the best they can hope for, I guess. Oh, but this is unlucky. Yeah, GG. Wow, that was an exciting fight, actually. A lot of stuff happening already. Rank check error. Huh. Let me see this. Okay, update. Okay, this. Update net players mapping. Players list. Okay, this looks like something new. Ah, this button. Okay. Sado. Next. Hi, Ray. Greetings from Tour. Game. And I should try to screenshot this quickly. Ah, I got this. That should be enough for later. Yeah, terminate. Shall we try again? Okay. Looks like might have a little surprise for you as soon as I figure out the password. Given that Rita saw this, I'm guessing it should be fixed soon, whatever that was, but I think it was something that didn't happen before. Can I check this? Crash on Go Lobby. It looked like it's long time. Hardy. The crash looks like something related to players list. Anyway, this is the time for the bans. Petra, Livonia. Arctic, Okay, okay, I can do this. Arctic. And... Oh! Damn it. I might need some help here. Dunes, I guess, right? Chaotica. Leafkin. Thank you, Todd. Okay. So far, okay, Burning Skies, the two weird maps. For now, I think Ritter and Gross are banning more normal maps from the list, and Orki are banning less normal maps. It's really interesting to see what will happen here with the map choices, because these both teams kinda prefer the Town Hall heavy maps. Yeah, again banning normal maps, Mirage and E-Day. Okay, if that's the case, then two more maps, two more weird ones will be banned, so I guess... I don't know. I'm guessing Retail Gross might not want to play Silver, probably not Riverlands. There's a chance they might all want to play Clear Siege, but I got a feeling Frozen Fjords might be something that all of them would want to play too, even more. It's a cool map for Town Hall strategies for sure. But it turns out I was wrong. That's a weird choice. Silverhaven, Double Lords and Clear Siege. Probably Clear Siege. Unless Rita and Gross go all in and decide to actually play a normal map. In which case Regis would be happy to see it. I kinda hoped for something Town Hall heavy. Double Roads is not that bad, but the Storehouse randomization spread is huge, as Ritter found out in the first game in this tournament. It might be a bit unfair, and that's a bit risky for them. I don't think they're gonna pick this map again. Then you have Clear Siege, which is also quite random, and you have Silverhaven. These are actually pretty... It's a tough choice for them, I think. I really kinda hoped for Voyandorda to win the fight. It was quite close. This would be... This would be an advantage for them for sure. And let's remember that whoever wins the fight also picks the locations for themselves and the enemy team. So It's actually a huge advantage if you play like Ritter and Gross. They obviously know all the maps and the location setups. They know what to set. They what setup to choose to rush the enemy, for example. Um, Ooh, all right. That's an interesting choice. So we've got the official map of Regis and the Great Clan as the chosen one. Expect normal bases and loads of spam. And hello?
Hello.
Okay. Everybody welcome Vovets on our stream.
Good evening, guys.
So what would you say about the map choice? That's not what I expected, but on the other hand, I guess for Ritter and Gross it's probably okay. They can do anything. They can do big bases, they can do town halls.
So they won the fight, right? I just missed that part.
Yep. Ritter and Gross won.
So let me just watch bans. So Petra like default map, Wavonia because it's Wavonia. Arctic and Dunes. Interesting. Well, I don't know. What can I say? That orcs, they have been playing all the tournaments with their spammy strategy, and I don't think that Silver Heaven is a suitable map for that.
Yeah, that was my line of thinking too. When Ritter had to choose between Silver, what were the other two maps? I have a really short memory.
Difficult to say.
Double Rose and Klisic, yeah. So
Well,
out of these three, yeah, go on.
Double Roads is just a coin toss, to be honest. It's
Exactly.
because so they ban Chlisic because they are sure that Voyanda are capable of playing there. Well, so Motherland, but they probably think that their opponents are not that good on Silver Heaven, so that's why they have chosen it. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on for a second. Please say something because I noticed the volume is extremely loud for you.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Again.
1, 2, 3.
And the last time.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, now we're balanced.
Yeah. I just opened the stream as well, so yeah, I was extremely loud there.
Yeah, the bass was killing me here almost.
And they decided to choose the upper locations where they, I mean, all the players have both free iron and gold mines, so less chances for some new school strategies.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny. It kind of shows that Ritter and Gross are a little afraid.
Well, if you have an option to avoid this, so why shouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just funny note, there was no swine farms made by Gross during this tournament by now.
Really?
5 games, no swine farm.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he did in all games he did some town hall strategies with Iron. Am I right?
Let me remind. So it was Town Hall plus Iron in the first game on double rods. Let me open the game list. I want to refresh my memory.
We can actually
Thunder
check that
did.
here.
Oh, no. So it was against No Skill No Fun. That was double rods, and he played with, as I mentioned, against Hell Kitties. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember this one either.
It's one on Mirage, so probably it's kind of the same. But yeah, against Drankill and Drankill Ritter played with bows and X bows and scouts and X-Men.
Yeah, that one.
And Gross played full iron plus militia on location with 5 iron mines. So against Für Deutschland, they just played Town Hall plus Iron on the Arctic Warfare, and for some reason Für Deutschland decided not to do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
last one against Deck, they played on Burning Skies, so no swine farm there, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, I remembered two last games very well, but for the other ones, not really. I think I saw the first. I think I even streamed the first one, but I didn't see against Hell Kitty and Drunken Zlankel.
Well, I don't remember the game if they're going against Hell Kitty. Something went there, but I don't remember exactly. I just need to refresh my memory. Well, I cannot do it right now as I'm here already, so I cannot open the second window of Knights and Merchants. Though he has sent me a meme, like he searched in YouTube a video how to build a swine farm. So probably we'll see it here for the first time.
Okay. Yesterday we saw Don't Talk make a town hall in this tournament for the first time, if I'm correct, and today we might see Gross do the opposite, make a normal race for the first time.
Probably no. I mean, don't talk. I think that was not his first time making town hall.
Like, I mean, in the tournament.
Yeah, the same.
Okay. And maybe second time. Definitely not too often, but I don't
Yeah, that's for
remember.
sure.
I don't remember there any other games where he did that.
The first game against what's that team? I mean, Lucky
Oh,
Andy,
wait.
SK Nubish.
Ah,
They
ah.
rushed them
Yeah.
probably, or not. I'm not remember, but okay, probably I'm wrong. So
Yeah, maybe the viewers remember, so they can tell us in the meantime. Okay, I gotta admit I didn't watch Voy and Oda's games in this tournament. I just saw the results. I saw I saw them in some other games or played with or against them, and I think they might be very interesting. I was a bit surprised, especially by Oda's level recently. I think he used to be a bit worse, but right now he's pretty good. Can't say much
yeah.
about Voy. But can you tell us something about their previous games in the tournament?
They probably played first two games like some kind of a default style against Carrot and Celery and SoundCloud, and actually they were pretty close against SoundCloud, I must say, but on Chilisic map. But since then they decided to switch their strategy and they played only like with mass spam of low tier units. Like every game was something like that. In not the same strategies because, for example, in previous they played with without rocks, and before that they did rocks in 2 games in a row. So we'll see. It's unpredictable to me, even here.
Yeah, even here against Lieutenant Gross.
Well, that's not the factor. I think, especially against Ritter and Gross, they will try to somehow cheese them because it's very
Yeah,
difficult to beat them on a
yeah,
default battlefield.
yeah. This is what makes it really exciting for me with this game. I don't know what to expect.
You can watch the random positions right now. I mean, Gross probably is not satisfied with this one he has. I mean, stone position is a little bit weird.
Yeah, you kinda you don't have a good decision where to put it. Maybe on the left, maybe on the left and on the right.
I believe to the
On
bottom.
the bottom, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe on the bottom actually. Wouldn't be
Gross
bad.
is a player who pays a lot of attention to his quarry's positioning because he knows well that it's by far more important to not the distance of stonemason to the mountain, but the distance between quarry and your building choice, building target.
Yeah, the
So
destination.
he will, I suppose, build it under, just to make it easier, everything easier to build on bottom.
Some players
Maybe
don't even.
even here.
Yeah.
Even here.
Yeah, that would be a bit far, but it's possible. Ah, but he can just make 1 or 2 on the top as well. Yeah, that's definitely possible. What many players don't realize is that is how important the the area where you make the stonemasons is, because there's always a possibility to have a little traffic jam here. So if you can spread your stonemasons a little bit, it's definitely a nice idea. Not make them in one spot. I mean.
We'll see. Yeah, I might agree with you, but I'm just usually the person who just build them in a row. So
Yeah, same here actually. But you know, sometimes when I just see a location which is a bit wilder, I might do it a bit better. You know.
yeah. So what about Ritter? This location is not, I mean, in terms of gold mine position, that's the only one who has its gold separated into 3 parts, one by only one mountain. It's a little bit unpleasant, but I think he's still like pretty okay with such location here.
Yeah,
Forest is quite close.
Yeah, he can start quickly with 1 mine for the iron and gold alike, and a little coal patch on the right. Easy forests, and then he can just switch to the left side. I guess he'll be fine because well, it's Ritter. He knows how to build on any lock, I guess, and this looks maybe not that easy, but it's like spammable, I think, for a good player.
Yes, he's pretty confident, I'm sure. What about other guys? I mean, orcs. Well, at least Voy is not going to have any issues with gold here with such a
That's
location.
for sure. Yeah.
That's for sure. But
how many mines do we have here? Like 3?
2 on top and 1 on the bottom.
Okay.
It's 3 in total here. That's why I really doubt in any town hall strategies here. But actually, Voy is like a fan of spammy, and he can, for example, get something like 100 gold, not more, only for rocks, and pay more attention for iron, for example, or for militia. But here comes another trouble. This is Silver Heaven. Like, okay, the top battlefield is probably wider than bottom one. I mean, and the amount of different obstacles is lower on the top. But I really doubt that it's possible here to use your numbers advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
maybe if they try in the middle, but yeah.
Yeah, because on bottom it's like a nightmare for such things.
Oh, definitely. There's like it's like pretty much blocked in the middle, the battlefield. I mean, more or less. Top gives you a bit more opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's usually when players play on their bottom locations, they usually move to the top anyway.
Looking at Voice current plan, I have a feeling he might make a couple gold smelters below the school and storehouse, but I guess we'll see in a while.
Maybe.
It's a bit of a weird spot.
Well, coal is above, so some gold under. Difficult to say. And I like the respawn of Arda here. I mean, it's kind of pleasant one. I mean, for default strategies, but I'm not sure about some other stuff.
Yeah, I have a feeling Voy might go for something a bit town hall related, and Oda might do a mix, because I mean he can't really easily go for a good town hall strat unless he start trading. But then, yeah, I don't know if I would like to make a huge forest on Odda's location and trade. Probably better to just focus on somewhat normal base and maybe do a little town hall later on, like very late.
We'll see. I'm just doubt a little that, especially these guys can beat Motherland in default fight. That is what I'm not sure about. I mean, for
Yeah.
example, if I would see Rankill here against them, I would probably believe in it, but not orcs.
Yeah, maybe.
Will Arda have traffic jam in front of store? Well, it's likely, because there is no gap
Yeah.
and quarry is under it.
Interesting way to put his qualities, actually. I think he's trying to do what I was talking about earlier, like spread the stonemasons because he has an opportunity to do this easily, and he also probably wants to catch either, catch wood on the top.
Yeah, this is a nice position because those mountains are not that big, so you always want to distribute. I mean, use for example 3+2 or something like that. Your stone mines, and not 5 on the one mountain because you'll run out of it quite soon. And
Exactly.
It's so
and it's like
it's also
yeah.
okay. And
Sorry.
I just want to say that it's also more useful in terms of distribution.
Yeah. But okay, he made an in plan, but I don't understand why he would want to put it here. Oh,
So he
I don't know.
He decided to remove it from here to some sawmill probably. I think it's better here because it's kind of weird position for in here.
Yeah, I mean it would be good to make a sawmill because he can make a shortcut still with a sawmill. Yeah.
Seems like that. Look, really fast gold mine for Voy here.
Yeah.
And yes, he's digging metallurgists already.
Yeah, I like his quaddies. He just went straight to the left and he's already near the coal and iron on the left side. That's gonna be good.
Yeah. The only fact I don't like about his quarries it's that there are only 3 of them, and forces only now.
Yeah, he still has 9 stone in storehouse. He'll be fine.
Should be so.
But he's very fast. I like it.
I see that tempo of getting the iron mine. I see some 35% references, so that's not default for sure here. I'm sure for now 100% that he's cooking something unusual.
Definitely
Probably
downhole based and most likely a lot of iron as well.
I'm not sure even about town hall. I mean, there will be one, but it's probably about militia spam.
Ah, okay. Because I didn't think about militia spam because I don't even think about this as a tactic when I try to think what to play, you know. But for the Orki, this is definitely a choice.
It's just kind of specific, and as I told you, it's maybe difficult to use on this battlefield, but it seems like he's pretty confident.
Yeah. It can work, but it's not my preference, yeah, to try this.
Well, Arda, at the same time, is going to build 2 farms, so he's probably the guy who will carry the economy of this team.
Well, there's one possibility for why he might need farms without making swine farms, for example.
Horses.
Yep, and or even a horse rush, which would be. I mean, depends if Voy can do something rushy as well. Doesn't have to be horses.
Well, Aron plus militia is for sure something rushy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you probably remember game between Trash and Asso versus General Star and Regis. I was really surprised
Yeah.
to see they went like this because Trash went for like 90 troops Iron Rush on peacetime, and it was a really great army. But it doesn't really fit, in my opinion, having a horse rusher as your teammate, and that's what Asso did. Uh, maybe they should have executed this better too, because Asso's attack was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's like, uh, I mean, okay, it can work. For example, if Voy has this slow army and Odda just uses his horses like
To start a fight.
yeah, to start the fight, and they just rush Gross, for example, because he's a bit closer, something like this, but maybe not on this map.
Yeah, playing on Dunes of Death, it's kind of situation where the closer locations are under some threat of being 1 versus 2. I mean, both of them actually.
Yeah.
And playing with a horse rush allows you to shorten the distance really soon.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
also just went there quite fast, and the Regis wasn't in time, but they just slowed down for some reason, and then
Yeah.
Regis just caught half of his knight pack by pikes.
Yeah, it was a really
So,
weird fight.
Yikes. Yikes, I would say.
Yeah.
Good old default for the left side. I mean, 2 farms already for Gross. So Gross the farmer is back.
Finally.
Yeah, I would believe that this is for some. I mean, horse 2 stables or something like that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Still a possibility though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would pay off for Little and Gross to try a horse rush. They're like clearly superior base builders because they're pretty much superior than anyone in this community, maybe except W33, I guess.
I mean, those 2 and W33 are the 3 best players, in all the traditional KaM. I mean, not about some rivers like Mers.
Of
Because
course.
they
Yeah.
can 60, 50, 35, 90, 2 hours fighting, they can everything.
Exactly. And the spam they make is quite scary. There's some players more or less active,
Yeah,
like
I just wanted
Maxi.
to say that.
Yeah, go on.
Maxi, probably. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to say that Ritter cannot play 2 hours, so yeah. Okay. The only thing, maybe. So yeah. Won't interrupt you more.
Ah, no problem. It's sometimes a bit funny when you have a co-caster and the time shift makes it that you interrupt each other just because when I start talking you didn't even hear that I'm talking and you also start talking, so it's not a big deal.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it can be. Arda is building in the initial place he wanted, so kinda weird.
Yeah. Well, Thunder already asked if he's gonna have a traffic jam in front of his storehouse. I'm gonna ask if he's gonna have a traffic jam in front of his school, storehouse, and inn at the same time. But maybe he doesn't plan too many buildings on the right side, in which case it will be fine. I don't like it.
I need to go for a few minutes. I will be back in maybe 5 minutes or shorter, I suppose.
Alright. I can see Voy has 2 gold smelters and is quite close to get a third gold mine. And he also has 2 iron mines so far. Let's check it. How many iron mines do we have? Gross and Odda are Okay, sorry, only Gross is going for 1, maybe 2, yeah. And Ritter is still without an iron mine, that's interesting. Okay, so definitely the left side focuses on having a lot of farms, most likely for the normal base. Yeah, we can see them going for some swine farms as the first buildings for Gross and Ritter alike. But also Orda has already 3 farms. Is that 3? Ah, this one, yeah. And it's a bit weird setup for Orda here.
I'm here.
I'm
Well,
looking at Orda again, and
yep.
I'm wondering if this is a good way to build, because he has a lot of space in the middle of the base. Kind of forced by what he wanted to take, like the stone, gold, iron, etc. But
Still unclear about his strategy he will choose here. It seems like a default one, but
yeah,
I think it still can switch to something unusual. For now, well, everything seems like fine for him. Like 3 farms are ready. Like Gross also has only 3, but he's building the 4th and the 5th. But anyway, so yeah, it's fine farm plan here. Second gold is just required with such a long road, but probably you want to add something on that road and make it double to build a nice city there.
yeah.
But anyway, I don't think that's something weird here. I pause. Okay.
And now we replace Ritter with Saddle for balance.
Okay.
And I don't stop streaming also for balance.
I will probably stay in specs also for sake of balance.
Exactly. Yeah, but so far it looks like we're going to have 2, maybe 3 normal bases, and I'd put my money on Voi making a town hall base, but we'll see what happens next.
Actually, I haven't seen it since I came back, so...
Yeah, the last time I saw Voi, he had 2 gold smelters, and he made a woodcutter next to the 3rd gold mine, so it looked like he was also going to take it soon.
Those guys are still a little bit salty about the technical defeat they got, as I see in chat.
Yeah, yeah. I have to admit, I was wondering what he meant by "we're not Polish," but now I get it.
I'm sure he means Regis, so...
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I gotta admit that was a bit weird. I mean, maybe it's best not to touch this topic too much, but...
I understand it, yeah. Some guys are just too simple, you know. Without any deep thoughts about some materials, so to say.
Yeah.
Difficult ones.
I mean, there are of course different opinions on this, but the way I see it, after I organized a few tournaments, way before Thunder touched this topic, I found out the hard way that sometimes it's not that good to to do something for the community, because then people start complaining. And you know, when I see that Thunder has to deal with some dramas, I'm not really happy about that. But I guess sometimes it just happens.
Drama is a kind of strong word for this, I suppose. It's just
Maybe.
like working moments.
Yeah.
So yeah, Voy is definitely going gold plus iron. Town hall plan is I mean, is almost ready. 3 iron mines,
Oh, I'm blind.
and I'm sure that it's all
Ah.
will be supported by some like huge militia amount.
E-
Because there is
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
more than he actually can do. It's either militia or leather. But for leather,
Mhm.
he missed quite a lot of time, so
Mm,
it's too late.
perhaps he just wants to trade. Like the most often the type of town hall plus iron build I most often see was like from players in general, was just where you make either timber or wooden weapons trade to gold ore, or sometimes to coal if you don't have enough of it. So that's also an option here, I guess.
It's an option, but actually I would prefer choice when you don't trade your wood, but you just make access and
Mm-hmm.
recruits and add militias. Because, for example, in yesterday's game, but so traded something like 30 access or something like that, maybe more, I am not sure,
Mm-hmm.
by the peacetime end. And instead of this, how would I say this? He made a 60 gold difference because he
Mm-hmm.
didn't spend those 30 gold for records, and he earned 30 more for selling the access. But I'm probably thinking that making 30 militia is better than 7.5 barbarians. Because numbers are also important.
Yeah, I'm trying to
And
count quickly how militia relates to barbs in such setups. So if you make one militia, then you waste one X and one gold. So you kinda waste 2 gold because you
2
can
gold.
trade that X. Yeah,
Yeah, that means like 4 militias to 1 barbarian.
yeah.
And if we doesn't count any other stuff, it's even 4 rebels are beating 1 barbarian in a fight without backstabbing, like the majority of times. I mean,
Yeah, but
uh,
it's like I can't say if it's better to have this one bard for militias, because it really depends on the map and on how many shooters are against you, right?
it's probably about more the map, because shooters, barbs are also vulnerable to shooters. There is a difference for sure, but
Yeah.
it's not that big and dominant. And I'm even more sure that shooters are more dangerous for barbarians because of their cost and less numbers
Hmm.
compared to militias. And those militias just can do any dirty work, flanking, some kind of rear threats, town threats, town invasions,
Oh
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Tower emptying. They actually, I've seen a lot of games with Town Hall, and usually players just don't pay that much attention to tower emptying, and they waste their iron or barbarians and they lose them, while they can, for example, make some rebels or militias to do that. Because tower is a good weapon against all the expensive units.
That's true.
Just trade all your
Yeah,
resources into 1 stone, which you used
yeah,
for your unit.
yeah. Thankfully, you can make only 7 towers per city, and I will try very hard to not mention a specific game with Ritter and Gross where it was very important. um,
Well, it's rules and player probably like it. I have my own opinion that it's 5 was really too strict. 7 is like okay, but it can be more because towers help you to prolong the game, and prolonging the game usually is a good thing.
yeah,
Long games are more interesting than short ones.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing a couple games in this tournament, I have to reluctantly agree because I didn't have that good luck for having nice fights in games. Yesterday was actually nice, I think. What was yesterday?
What was
Okay, no. It was Trash versus Bozo. Okay, that was a bit short.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's not. It's like guys from the top made two default strategies. They made the revealed the army. They actually played good with their default, and they just they made two guys made barbarians. I need to go further, a little bit closer to them to make myself sure that they are going to rush me. Oh no, Batso is pressing X. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was actually talking with the Bozo because I didn't actually think this was a good storm. You could do this better, but definitely when he was doing this, he could be sure that it will work. You know, I
Yeah, because
kinda yeah.
their opponents just lost their position, and even such storms, which can look weird or something like that, it's a good option after all. I would probably more surprised when he decided to go with bare X-bows and the towers, but this was like a really big, either big balls or small brain or something. But it worked, so they won, so whatever.
Why not both? Okay.
Oh, sorry, of course, of course.
Right.
I'm just looking for in Voice Town for such a long time. So that's two farms for bread, the town hall here. Sorry, was interrupted a bit. Actually, how many resources are stored in Voice Storehouse? Just look at it. It's like totally it's totally open except timbers.
Yeah. Looks like the
Even
game I played yesterday. It didn't end up well for me.
yeah, it's kind of well, he blocked stones. Yeah, that was wise, I think, because why you want to store some stones on your storehouse on the 36 minutes? For what reason? Six farms for the left, guys. Everything here as usual. Taking all iron mines, making more forests. Playing some nice default with pikes. Oh. That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Stefan style.
I mean, it's probably... I mean, what's the advantage of swordsmen against pikemen? Because they can tank bowmen better. But if you expect no bowmen, but crossbowmen from your opponents, it's probably better not to do swords. They are more expensive and not that tanky. The difference there is really small between them. So probably that's the idea.
I was also wondering if it's not an advantage against greater numbers as well, because if you expect somebody to spam militia or some crap town hall units, pikes might do a little better maybe.
You need your numbers too. That makes some point, but I'm just not sure. On the one hand, you have more numbers. On the other hand, swordsmen, their initial hit chance is 55. So if you just hit a unit in front with a side like X2 multiplier, it's
Yeah.
a guaranteed hit in this case. So they're really good against that spammy shit. But if you are surrounded, that probably won't help you. So whatever. I'm just thinking, probably this can be reversed for some reason, because Town Hall has some flexibility. And what if you release not rogues, but barbarians, for example? I mean, probably the numbers would be low in this case. But you can wreck somehow such things. But I'm not sure that we will see something like this here. For now, I see just some traffic jams in Voice Town, because he needs some extra roads.
I'm taking a look at the statistics charts and I noticed that Voice Iron Old graph is much better than the other players. Oda is somewhere on par with Ritter and Gross is somewhere in the middle. So this might be one interesting thing. And the gold graph for the Void, it's not that cool yet, but then
It will be.
Does he plan to trade anything? Doesn't
No
seem
market
like
for
that.
him right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he will not. He will make food for now. He's storing some gold. I think it would be not that great number, so I suppose it will be for rogues. What is his iron? Oh, so probably for rebels instead, because he's making X-bows. So probably not rogues.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. And he will have. Actually, he has 30 iron ore unprocessed. So
Yeah, yeah.
it definitely requires some extra. I mean, production resources, extra buildings.
Yeah, he has a plan of an extra armor smithy.
Yep. You just need enough coal, and for now it's like he needs those coal mines on the top to be ready. So then he will be able to add those. Yeah, he's adding fourth iron smithy to process all of that, and probably the second armor smithy, or the third one he will add later.
Yeah, there's 18 minutes to peacetime. He already has 51 gold in the town hall. Not too bad, I'd say.
I've checked the corn graphs. Arda is on the same level as Ritter, but the amount of farms is not equal, so it's 6 against 5. And I see no possibility of adding more for Arda in his town. So there is only 5 here, and that's all.
Yep, you're right. Unless he deletes some farms, of course.
Yeah, actually, currently looking right now, Arda is on the same level as Ritter, and that's something already. But I'm not sure what we will see in the future.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Oda has slightly better iron ore graph. It's not a huge difference, but it's nice.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
for now I see the lack of coal mines for him for right now, so his smithies are just chilling. I mean, 2 of them.
Yeah, but still, just compare iron ore, coal stats.
Yeah.
Everywhere Oda is slightly better than Ritter.
Yep, yep.
And similar with corn. That's something I didn't expect, to be honest. But then I think for Oda the location is a bit easier than for Ritter. The only thing Oda could complain about is that he had to go for the second gold mine to the far left. And he's making a third one, by the way, which means either he wants to spam some crappy units like militia, or maybe try a town hall, but I really doubt it.
I really don't like a town hall built on the 50th minute or something like that. It's so like it's if you use it for like you build market to trade 4 access into horse, then okay, just for making a vagabond, okay.
Yeah.
But like relying on it like it's something helpful and special, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if you build a farm on the 60th minute expecting that it will help you somehow to in
Yeah.
next 3 minutes or even I don't know, something like that. It's just not how it works.
But I can see he's making a marketplace, so he might actually try to make a town hall. I mean, if he wants to go for the like rogues, it might make some sense because you don't need that much gold for this, but it's still going to be, I mean, something like 100 gold you need to make a difference, and he doesn't have a chance to have that much at this stage of the game for peacetime.
Difficult to guess here, but yeah, you have a point. That's actually what I like in rocks, that usually it's not that difficult to have, for example, 30 extra gold chests and just making 2 rocks that's like really fast. They are not that different compared to bowmen actually in terms of stats. They are shooting like the difference there. It's a half of a second per cycle.
Yeah.
It's 2.7 versus 3.2 in beta. It's not like 1.2 difference in the 6720 because both were nerfed and rogues were buffed.
One interesting thing in Orda's base is that it doesn't seem like he has a huge traffic jam near the storehouse. He has a little one, but it's way better than what I expected.
Yeah, and I'm looking just on Voice Town, and then this is like the everlasting traffic jam in this sector for him.
Yeah, but it's his own fault. All he needed was a shortcut here, and maybe a few more shortcuts.
This would be a nice one. And
Yeah,
not and just stop storing every piece of shit on your storehouse. Like stones still are still open. The tree trunks really. Okay, tree trunks is probably not that bad, but stones.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake, I'd say.
But I see no access from him by now, though I see a lot of free timbers and tree trunks in his sawmills, so that's what I expected from him, to make some access here.
He makes a marketplace, but it's in a weird spot. I wonder why he didn't try to make it, because he would have to even the terrain here, yeah.
For now, I just don't get it. What is he doing?
Yeah. It looks like he wanted to trade timber or maybe tree trunks. How many buildings does he have? Like, he has 6 woodcutters. Okay, maybe timber then, but it's not gonna work like this.
Yeah, they actually showed us the strategy with building a swine farm and tannery and then armory workshop to open by far better trades than just timbers or especially tree trunks. But this is not the case. There, they are not trying to unlock those market trades. Cross is dominating once again. I mean, it's already 100 weapons and 4, and 10 minutes are still here. 10 minutes remain. So. He's building his third metallurgist, so just to avoid any gold issues. As by the way, he has no stock as he demolished his storehouse, so there is no gold stock. And as he is making pikes, he's producing them, so he relies on numbers, and to do those numbers, you need not a lot of recruits. I mean, it's already not bad to have 30 and 9 minutes left, but it's just no gold stock. That's what I'm talking about. And the Ritter probably is not that great here, but it's all it's only about his iron, because I mean, 2 iron mines are really far from his initial position, so it's not surprise. There is no surprise in it.
Yeah. I kind of thought that he would take his first Iron Man earlier because I think he took it a bit late.
You mean the bottom one?
Like this one. That was late, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Ah, we
Oh,
can
this
check the
Iron
stats actually. Well, he was the latest player to take Iron. I mean, Odda was similar, but I think he made two or three at the same time. Yeah.
He made 2, as he has 2 on his right side. The third is quite far in on Arda's location.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering. I mean, if you have an iron mine almost next to your gold mine, and there's like almost zero effort to make it early, and just take the ore to the storehouse, I would probably do it. It doesn't cost you that much, and they will have to go like from this iron. From this iron spot through the storehouse anyway, so you don't really lose serve time either.
Difficult to say. Probably he just didn't want to store it. And building just one doesn't mean that you will make the whole production chain.
Yeah. I meant only just to store it and to later have a nice boost when you finally make the iron on the bottom.
Difficult to say. Actually, I just was a rookie's mistake. He's going to be here. Just to mention. I wanted to say.
I'm blind.
Give me a second.
What? Ah, here. Yep. I didn't see the beacon, but now I understand.
That was
Sorry.
like he likes to mention it in other players' towns, but now he is doing it himself. So
Yeah,
yep.
that's actually funny.
I had a thought and I missed it. I wanted to say something important, at least I think so. Guys from the left team made pikes, and probably they just predicted that their opponents will play with the X-bows with huge amount, and just look at it.
Yeah.
There is a lot of X-bows and there are pikes, and pikes are not that scary of X-bows because they're numbers. The thing I really don't like here is that the absence of militia for Voi, because it seems like one key puzzle here is missing in his strategy.
Yeah.
Now he is trading timbers to iron ore.
Okay.
And, it's like 3+3 smithies, but I mean, what is his setup anyway? He has 18 pikes, twice more X-bows, and 95 gold. And with this 95 from 100 gold, what is he going to make? Because this amount of barbarians is really nothing. Especially when I'm looking just in Barracks of Gross, and this is scary already, just this amount of pikes. Actually, he will make scouts, as I can see, as there is no order for iron shields and swords, so those who will be scouts. Rickets is a problem, by the way, as I mentioned.
Yeah. Please take a look at Voice Base again and check his new shiny marketplace. Can you see what he's trading?
What? He was trading timbers to iron ore, but now it's for some reason timbers to stone.
Yep.
That's probably because he demolished 2 of his quarries. Three, actually. Without moving, so now he's in a kind of a deep shit, so he decided to finish towers in such way. By the way, I don't like this position of towers, because
I agree.
towers will shoot to one target, it's not that good.
I think at this point of time he just wants them to be finished, and he doesn't care if they will have stones inside or not.
Well, they obviously won't. But probably with that trade, that market trade, but something seems
Yeah.
off here. I don't know.
Two minutes left. Okay, so Gross is the only player with any horses. And I wanted to say knights, but I realized that he's going for units of shit instead.
They are actually not that bad in beta. I mean, they are really good in revealing at the
Yeah.
area, but the thing is that no one is actually using them like that, and that's kind of surprising for me.
People are too lazy.
Maybe. Actually, that's that statement that people are lazy. You said it's like the truth for the whole tournament, I suppose.
Yeah. Except for Litter and Gross, for example, and a couple other players who do some interesting strategies when they want to.
They are really using this beta. It's in its full possible way. It's
Okay, so I think the biggest problem for the right side is that Voy needs to have a bit more. Like if he had twice as much gold, it would be very cool. Right now it's okay, but not enough spam for me.
Yeah, and the absence of militia is really sad here. Once again, sorry, I'm probably too annoyed with that. Actually, for free players have some lack of wooden weapons. I mean, there are 63 leather jackets for Ritter, and that's kind of outstanding number, but only 40 plus something of bows, and no other, or not bows, something like that. Yeah, bows, and no other wooden weapons there, so those guys are in some lack, but still, those armies look strong.
Yeah. It's probably still possible for both teams to win at this point, and that's a little surprise maybe, but the left side has some advantage nevertheless.
Yeah, I think so too. I just probably will be able to show you and all the other players something that's actually Voice showed me about his thoughts of strategies and so on. And exactly that stuff was really scary. But for some reason, there is no such thing here on the tournament by him. Because probably maps are more difficult than War of Sharani, but
Yeah, I was actually planning to play this tournament. I didn't find a teammate eventually, but I planned to do some town hall related weird tactics. And I think there's still a lot of stuff that was not tried out in the tournament games and still could be powerful. For example, I'm still waiting for somebody to try a town hall based horse rush with either barbs and knights or even vagabonds and knights, depending on the map and the opponents. I would use one of these two options probably. And that's just one example.
That is like too risky. Just imagine that you play in this strategy and you see current Motherland strategy with just spikes as their core iron unit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in this case?
Yeah.
Actually, I just tried some strategies like gold plus iron plus knights, and sometimes it's just kind of difficult to fit knights there because you don't want to spend time for farms, and you, in this case, you have to. It's not that many because, for example, you build 2 farms for 2 bakeries, and here you need to build 4, just 2 for bakeries and 2 for 1 stables. But still, it's something like it's difficult to make it all at once.
But you said that you kind of have to make stables, but that's not always true. Don't Talk yesterday used a strategy which is usually associated with TX David these days. Just trade for 10 horses and make a regular iron plus town hall build. And I think this is one of more interesting combinations because you still have horses, but you have iron and barbs, so you have this powerful rush. This is
It's
also a
it's
nice
also
combo.
possible. It's just like you can spend 40 timbers later to trade those axes into horses, or you can spend 18 but earlier and make it in a more stable way. I mean, continue
Yeah,
producing those knights later on. But it's just when you play iron plus gold. I mean, not the map, but the army
yeah,
setup.
yeah,
So you need to make quite a lot in the beginning, and adding there something extra like farms and stables and so on is sometimes can be off, but still I'm trying to make it in the best possible ways still. So yep. So the peacetime is over. It's just like 258 weapons made by Gross for the 61 minutes. Well, casual thing, I think for him.
yeah. He is great.
I wonder what Voy will equip from his town hall. Still no answer.
I think you mentioned this before, but only now I noticed how far behind with wooden weapon production are the guys on the left.
Yeah, they are. That's what I mentioned. So it's like 20 for both of them.
Because yeah, I checked the army power stat and I was like, why the hell is Void the best and Orda second along with Ritter? But now it looks a bit different because Gross was still making troops, I think.
Yeah, it will be clear in 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Still needed a couple of recruits, maybe. Looks like.
But I'm just not sure in voice perspectives here. I'm just looking at it, all that stuff, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, what I don't get is that he didn't use the town hall yet.
Probably he wants to check what
Mm-hmm.
are their opponents preparing.
Oh yeah.
So after that, he will do something. But it's not that great choice here because as he already has 44 Xbox, so it's not an option for rogues here. Well, there is no big amount of horses. I mean, there is almost no horses from the left team, so it's not that good impact of rebels. And for barbarians, it's kind of low number. It's only will be 15 with 2 extra gold chests. 15 barbarians is not a great power overall. I mean, against such setup, which is against them.
Yeah. Unless you have a really good catch and you can shoot nicely, but then they have mostly crossbows, as you mentioned, against pikes. It might not be the best choice. So
Uh, yeah, yeah, you are right here.
but at least
Well,
it's not like okay, he made rebels.
but it's probably the best option here, but I would probably prefer more pikes, less X-bows and rocks. That would be better. But never mind, okay? Let just watch, I don't know.
Yep. The right side is pushing or
To false
getting.
start.
Yeah, maybe. Huh.
But
Okay, that's
he's just not
funny.
afraid of anything, just look at it.
Yeah,
-1,
that's precisely why I wanted to see this game so badly.
-2. And going back.
You see, in my opinion, one of the problems with playing against Gross and Ritter is that you need to have a certain amount of balls to play against them. And
Balls or balls? Or both, I
balls,
just...
balls,
Okay.
balls.
More X-bows.
So if you don't have the balls, then Ritter and Gross will just rush you after peacetime, and that's it.
Well, their setup is not great for rush. I think they were definitely preparing to defend some kind of rush with such setup, and now they just have no horses to initiate this. So it looked like some kind of 15 minutes waiting room, and in this case, it's actually still good thing for Motherland here, because it's just 2 defaults against 1. Though Arda is really like keeping the mark, and he's not falling behind, almost. I'm just curious about those Rebel pack, and the Gross actually pinged on it, on this pack, so it's not surprise. Oh, here comes the Scout. Wow. Classic ping on Scout from the bottom. That Gross one. So. But here comes his counter!
Actually, I pinked, but yeah.
Yeah. Just look
that
at
was
this
funny.
one.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. He saw him and he was like, "Oh shit!"
Direct counter here, but he was threatened, but now he is not afraid, so he's moving forward, seeing another tower, still afraid, and well,
I thought he
how
can
just
walk here, but maybe not.
how to threat your opponent with only one lance without any movements.
Yeah. Back in the day, like maybe 8 years ago, it was a bit of a meme that you always should have made one lancer and call him a lance commander. I think that's the old tactic Oda is using here.
It was like someone's signature, I don't remember the nickname though.
Pizza is good, probably.
Maybe. I'm not sure
Anyway,
about this. Well, left guys are pushing.
Yep.
What can I say?
I feel a mistake will happen soon. Somewhere here.
Can be. I just don't see a win con for Voy here with his setup. I mean, those rebels, it's not even militia. They are not that good. And somehow he must encircle the Gross army, but looking just at Gross army, it seems like impossible task.
Yeah.
So, and
He's
like
trying.
wall against the
on
wall.
The top. Yeah. Gross divides his bows, and as he realized, Voy wants to encircle him somehow. Well, they're definitely not afraid. And that's good.
Well, 5 weapon workshops for Ritter, so he made all the wooden weapons he needed. I cannot say the same for Gross, only 4 for him, and probably some kind of lack of wood. And just looking the numbers of farms and woodcutters. Boy is keeping up, but only 6 farms for him because of lack of space, and as he decided to plant everything with wood. Something is going to be on the bottom probably, but without horses it's so not dynamic.
Yeah. They're just dancing and shooting a little bit, but nothing else happening so far. And Voy is making some vagabonds lol.
I'm just curious how this army power level is on this, like literally the same. And Like all the soldiers graph is a little
Oh yeah.
more for orcs, but the
Wow.
army power is the same.
But looking at Ritter versus Oda, it doesn't look too bad,
For
I
whom?
guess. Like here, Ritter versus Oda. I mean, too
Well,
bad for Oda. It's actually like if something weird happens, Oda can encircle Ritter, but I don't think Ritter will let him.
yeah, Arda feels confident here, but I think that Gross is the one who actually can do something.
Yeah.
Huge lack of iron weapons for Voy, and yeah, he completely blocked the distribution to armor, so just to make all the weapons he needed. All the iron weapons. Still opened stones and timbers and coal, and just causing all of those traffic jams in his town.
We got 3 weapon smithies and still not enough.
It's 3
That's
plus
weird.
3, so but probably
Ah,
there
yeah.
was some distribution tweaks, so he probably decided to
Reverse
make like
them.
one distribution to
Yeah.
weapon workshop smithies. So and now he's fixing the opposite, and he needs gold for all of those. This is just standing on one place. There is no actual way to do anything here.
Yeah. But Voy is losing his crossbows one by one. I don't like this.
Yeah, because he, for some reason, he just wanted to, without horses, just move with X-bows against bows who are shooting, who bowmen just make their first shoot faster than X-bows, even when they are attacking, and especially when they are defending. So, yeah, he lost 9 X-bows, killed only 5 bows, and well, some pikes and probably horse, but that's not a good stuff. It's difficult to use vagabonds for horse dancing because they are just too weak for that. So no action.
Yep. I really hope Voy will fix his iron weapon production a bit because I want this fight to be even.
Well, he is fixing it.
Yep, but will he do this early enough to not get wrecked by Cross and Ritter? This is the question.
The advantage is really too slow.
Small, yeah.
And this battlefield, or the absence of it, so cannot really allow something to do for the left team. Look at this. Interesting one. Unseen on call.
Oh yeah. This might mean he's gonna attack.
He's answered.
Nice. So far, Oda proves he can notice everything.
Well, they have some kind of great vision to the bottom, so it's no. Probably if he decided to be not that greedy and move them even lower, then there would be a success, but yeah, he just see those militia who are defending it and then retreat.
You know, one thing I've been wondering about, of course this is a Ritter and the left side has a little bit better troops right now, I think. At least better amount. But behind him there's a lake and a good player could be able to push him out there.
Something is going to be here.
Yeah. Looks like a catch. Okay.
Maybe. Those there will be.
Yeah,
They're not that good for Arda, I suppose, but
not too bad. Look at this.
Not terrible as well.
Yeah.
Militia are coming in to help. Look at this, kinda nice one by Ritter, and Gross is coming to help at the bottom as well. and more shooters of Ritter are actually shooting, but here can be some kind of like penetration.
Oh,
But
to the
no,
right
actually
side.
no. Right is dead, yeah.
Yeah.
So voice coming with those rebels on the flank without
Yeah.
shooters, that's kind of wise. But overall, not bad, but in Rita's favor for sure right now. I wonder what is he going to do with those vagabonds here. They just have no free space to do anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he can't do much here yet.
So, still not bad for orcs, I must say, because they
Yeah.
probably start to winning on the bottom as they use kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And Gross coming here one squad by one.
Rita is also losing, but not as
Yep.
fast as Olda. But so
Yes,
far
and
so good.
Gross just has more reinforcements if possible for now. And the Void just staying with his X-bows unable to help, but he actually should do it because
Yeah.
Gross,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's a mistake.
Well, Arda could, for example, throw something from behind to kill those, but they are too late and
He's
too low
trying.
in
Yeah, they're
numbers.
too late. They're too late.
Well, those are
But this
lances,
is a good
it's
setup
worse.
against the mountain. Look, look, look. This might die if they're lucky.
Well, only 15 shooters for Arda here compared to something like 40 or close to that.
This is also interesting because he has a lot of crossbows, but this is a problem.
Probably
This
the
is a
biggest
draw.
problem. This is the biggest problem. This is not. This is why
That's
it's
two.
not a draw.
Yeah, that's two. But this is good. Otta is already free.
But he lost
But has,
more
yeah, he lost a
shooters than
lot.
Gross,
Yeah, he lost a
and
lot.
he's continue losing them.
And now Void has to come back and he doesn't have... Oh wait, he can start shooting this maybe. Catch this in a snake? Yeah, that's what I would try. Oh, interesting.
But those six bows are really like entangled to the mountain, so they don't have a good way to retreat. And they would better to do it. So some kind of a militia pack coming here for...
Like, this was the moment where the vagabonds would be very useful.
But they are lost already. It's still difficult because if they see vagabond, spikes are still available for Gross here, so you just need maybe 5 of them to counter 9 vagabonds, so whatever. It's close to be GG.
Yeah, but they're still defending in town. But they don't have a lot, yeah.
The towers are empty, so they are losing all of those ranged units, so it seems like a GG. Well, what can I say? Void just showed some... I don't know what's the strategy after all, but I just want to mention that Arda's performance with playing default was really good here, because he was on the same level as Ritter here.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm positively surprised by the right side. I think I probably should have watched all the games, but this was quite close, maybe even the closest somebody was to defeating Ritter and Gross. What do you think?
This was, yeah, if we see on the map of the games in against Motherland, this was the not the, it's not like really close, but it was at least competitive.
Exactly. For example, if the right side militia from Ritter wasn't so good there, like if Odda defended against it, it could be salvageable.
Yeah, probably. Well, just the voice base here was not capable of continuing spamming the same amount of everything. And by the
Yeah.
way, all in all, Ritter's fighting on the bottom was better than last one from
Yeah.
the first sketch. But after all, it was not that bad. But just gross reinforcements are more powerful than voice ones. So.
Okay, so it was 18 minutes, not 15, but still, well, just one big fight. I still think it was a nice one to watch and to commentate, so yeah, wasn't too bad. Tomorrow
If
we've
you
got another game coming up, right?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you want, I can show you that Voy actually showed me in one game. I can share my screen in Discord, so if you want to see, I
Yeah.
can do it.
Go on.
Just... So,
hold on.
a moment. Yeah, so this is like my not that bad result here with 260 weapons with default and War Sharani on the bottom locations. Like, quite nice, yeah? And you are probably confident in such thing and so on and so on with just look at this amount of swords.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like Voy and his setup with pikes, with 200 gold here and 88 militias. And I must say that with this, it's just unbeatable. Just
Okay.
look. For the first time, I was just taken by surprise, so I just lost without any chances. So I just asked for the replay from this is like a test game, so I just asked to replay this one. So I was in time to.
Rocks like, and rebels?
This is pikes, rogues, rebels, and militias. It's like 150 gold for rogues here. You don't have to need more, as it's difficult to shoot them like at the same time. So all the rest you spend for rebels here. So I just finished with my army release here, and the numbers are like this. It's 107 against 245. And, well, if you have wide battlefield, for example, like this one, well, let me just skip it. I just actually started this fight quite well, because I see everything, and my opponent just going into fog of war without seeing everything. So I just started it here with some support of bowmen, with killing those, and while those are really far. But just about he has so many infantries here that even swords here are just dying because pikes are not that bad, because they are under this shot. Because I even managed to like lure this big pike squad somewhere to the side of the battle, just to let me here fight better. My knights are making a really great job killing those militia without any answer, but it's just completely unclear how to protect this on wide battlefields.
Yeah,
so I'm just dying here.
Yeah, but this battlefield is really insanely open here, and I'm guessing in a normal 4v4 game, for example, even in a tournament game, you would probably try to go to the middle, right?
Well, if you talk about 4 versus 4, yeah, I'm sure that you are right. It's more about small scale games, like 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2, when you have quite a lot of space, something like that. But the thing is, I haven't seen something like this during the tournament. It's like 245. What the hell? And those numbers on the tournament maps weren't like that in any games.
Yeah, and another upside is that there's a lot of random maps, and in general on many maps it's harder than usual to make a normal strategy. So that's why this town hall or militia strategies can be a bit more interesting on these maps.
Yeah, but probably it's also easy to make it on an easy map because you need like a good amount of wood to build it all. You want to have some early gold access here,
Yeah.
first of all, and then like some iron just to add it later. So it was actually played like this, so it's like a rush to some wood and gold. When it's ready, just following those iron mines and taking 2+2 industry, or 3+2 even somehow. And the market was just a meme. He built it for some reason that early and using for that some kind of shit. We discussed it with him. But yeah. So it's like that. Yeah, I had 40 bows here. Like 40. 40 of 107 units overall. I agree that Pike's actually better against all of this. Probably. Because they're just of more numbers, but in return, they killing those guys worse, but I just didn't manage to get this. So yeah, I'm just free to show it because for now the team is not on the tournament anymore. So
Yeah. Yeah,
something like that.
that's more or less what I hope to see today. Instead, we got Silver Haven, so the bases were relatively normal this time. But I was kind of hoping Voy and Olda could try something super weird and totally surprise the opponent. But again, Ritter and Gross expected to be surprised. So they picked a map and a tactic which worked very well against their opponents.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if
true.
it was somewhat close, because, like I said before, I think this is the closest so far game against Ritter and Gross from anybody in this tournament.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
So yeah, actually I can turn this off.
Yep. Okay, so I guess that's it. Tomorrow we've got Drunken and Drunkel versus SoundCloud, another interesting game at 16 CET. And, well, not sure about you, but I'll definitely try to show it. So,
I'm not sure that I will be able, but probably I will. I just don't know for now.
okay, but definitely there will be some streams in at least English and Russian from this, I guess.
Well, I think
So,
Classic will stream
yeah.
from his perspective for sure. So
Sorry, because this is Classics game. Yeah, so might not be that sure. but yeah, definitely some streaming will be done tomorrow by somebody. So whoever wants to see that game, and it's probably going to be also interesting. Remember 16 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so that's it, I guess. So thanks, Vovets, for co-streaming this with me, and thanks to all the viewers.
thank you for letting me in.
No problem. And see you next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.